There is no shortage of posts online about how great AI is. Everyone says what amazing things it can do, and most importantly, they want them to buy it from you. But there are also a bunch of posts that contradict that, saying AI is nothing but lipstick on a pig. Is that the case? Let's talk about it today. These days, AI put onto everything for marketing purpose. You can't sell a product without saying AI something. It has to have some kind of relation to AI and how there is an AI that does something for you, which is like what we used to do in the past, right? If you remember, a long time ago, everything used to be turbo this, turbo that, and then it was HD this, HD that. Sunglasses were HD, right? So now we have to put AI onto everything just to make product marketable. Another interesting thing I heard about AI is how a lot of companies buy into it, but then when they look at the statistics of how people are actually use it, they find that, well, employees don't use it at all. So it's kind of like they bought into the hype and then purchased the packages, signed up for licenses, and then bam, nothing is happening. So yeah. And if you look at what features different AI companies offer, you'll see some that are completely overused. It's summarize this, bullet point that, and now it's like everyone does summaries, everyone does bullet points, and it's like, blah, come on. You can't even say that anymore. If you say that your product does summaries, it probably just means you not creative enough to come up with any other solutions, and you just rebranding same old stuff. And of course, AI is making people dumber. People don't do proper research. They just Google something, take the first result, and bam, they assume that's what it is. Same thing with programming. When instead of trying to figure out what to write, first you ask AI and see if it comes up with something useful. If it does, great, and I didn't have to think. And I am a little bit guilty of that myself. So yeah, AI is making people dumber. But are there actually upsides? So let me share with you 3, reasons why I don't think AI is just a lipstick on a pig. There are some legitimate, amazing uses for AI. And if you use them, and if you see how it works, you would be absolutely blown away by them. First thing that completely blew me away is how well AI can listen to a meeting, analyze the text, the speakers, and then create summaries. I know I said summaries, but we can summarize the meeting, but we can also outline what happened during the meeting, who said what. It can come up with bullet points, what was done. Yes, I know I did say bullet points, but it can also create like a to-do list, what people discussed, what they need to do, what follow-ups need to be done. It basically takes notes for you, figures everything out, and then gives you a digest. And same way, if you missed the meeting, it is so easy to catch up on what was discussed by just reading some AI summary. And I think the point here isn't the summary of bullet points, but it's actually listening to the audio conversation, figuring out who different people are, what their names are, associating everything correctly, and putting it in a coherent package that you can process. I think that is insanely awesome. The other amazing thing that AI can do is analyze documents. It can read a document and process it in a certain way and answer questions about it. And that's how we get different tools like Relativity, AIR, for example, that can read the document, analyze it, and tell you how it's related to your case. You have to figure out, what your prompts are, what the conditions are, and so on. But this has potential of saving thousands and thousands of hours, which is absolutely insane. Now, it does put people out of work, which is not great, but if you see it actually working and you see how much time it can save, it is pretty amazing. And the last thing I want to talk about is programming, because that's something I do a lot, and it really helps me in my development. Now, there are times when you can ask AI, can you write me this code, can you do this? And it'll completely butcher it up. It's not gonna run, it's gonna be a complete failure. But there are other times when you need to come up with something really crazy, like there's certain algorithms, certain logic you have to come up with. So let's take an example. If I want to put a Bates number on the bottom right of a page, right? So I have to figure out the size of the page, because not all of them are the same. I have to figure out the size of the Bates stamp, and all the coordinates are going to be from the top left probably. So in order to get the bottom right, I have to figure out all the widths and the sizes, and I have to calculate and put everything in the proper place. And yes, I can do that. It's not that difficult, but AI will do it so much better. It just spits out the code and it's like bam, and it's in the right place. And I don't have to do trial and error and it's like, oh wait, no, that shifted or this did it. I feel like it's amazing when you need to come up with some kind of very specific algorithm that just takes a while to calculate in your head. Now, as far as like a general program structure, I actually don't rely on that, but those specific algorithms, I think are really a game changer for me. So yeah, I could see how people say it's all lipstick on the pig and it's all the same thing repurposed over and over. But overall, I think AI has been a game changer to me and to a lot of other people. And I think this is really cool. So if you have any really cool use that you use AI for, put it in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you on another video.